Hello, second grade friends, and welcome to our lesson on persuasive paragraphs, writing our own persuasive snack paragraph like the super kids have done in our reader, and we've read their stories the last 2 days. When you're trying to persuade someone, it means you're trying to convince them to believe what you want them to believe. It's your opinion, so there's not a right answer or a wrong answer. And you want to use a lot of descriptive words and really get people to be interested in voting for your snack idea. You'll need to start your paragraph with a topic sentence, and we'll talk about that. And then you're going to write about 3 supporting sentences at least that support your opinion, and then a good closing sentence, a good ending sentence. So think about what we've read the last 2 days. We've read all of these great stories by the super kids, persuasive paragraphs. And then today we read more food about Doc's carrots and ranch, cannolis as an Italian dessert, peaches, and of course Sal's chocolate chip cookie paragraph. So hopefully you've thought about what kind of food you want to write about. And then today in editing, we edited Tick's pizza paragraph. And I thought that was a pretty good paragraph, except for all her grammar mistakes. But we helped her edit those. And when she does her final draft, the mistakes are gone. So what I'm going to do is show you and remind you the different parts of writing when we've written our autobiography and our different stories throughout the year. We have 5 different stages of writing. And the first stage, and what we're doing today, is planning. We're doing the planning stage. We're going to plan our paragraph. And step 2 is we're going to draft. We're going to write a rough draft of our paragraph. Then later in the week, we'll be revising and editing, taking out the mistakes like we did to Tick's paragraph today. And there's our editing. And then we'll be publishing it, and we'll be sharing it with the class. And then when we're all done, we'll be voting on the paragraph and see which snack will win. Who persuaded their classmates the best to vote for their snack. Now today in the email from me, you received 3 sheets of paper. I'm going to move the Super Kids book. You received this paper, Persuasive Writing Worksheet. You received a map, a writing map we're going to talk about. And you received a second sheet. These 2 sheets actually go together. And we're going to start with the map. So for me, my favorite snack is chips and guacamole. I love chips and guacamole. So when you come around at the top, it says use adjectives to describe your special treat. Draw a picture of your special treat in the box. You can draw a picture. I'm not going to draw a picture right now. When we do our final draft, we will be illustrating it also. So you could save your picture for it for later, or you can draw a little picture there. I'm going to think about what are some words. Adjectives describe nouns. So the nouns are chips and guacamole. And so what words describe them? I'm going to say they're crunchy. Chips are really crunchy. I like that. Chips are salty. See, and I'm not writing sentences here. I'm only writing words, adjectives to describe. Oh, they're like a scoop. Like a spoon, or like a scooper. Chips act like a scooper. I feel like it's a perfect combination. So when I combine the 2 of them together, chips are good by themselves, but when you put those 2 together for me, oh, so delicious. Perfect combination. Should I worry about spelling here? No, it's just a planning sheet. So do your best improvisation on spelling. And I'm going to talk about guacamole here. I'm going to put a G up here for guacamole. And I love avocados. The avocados, to me, they're healthy. They're healthy and nutritious. I like that word too. Nutritious means that it has a lot of good stuff in it for our bodies. I like the color. It's like a pretty, like a lush green color. I like limes. I like the flavor of lime in my guacamole. And I love a little salsa in my guacamole, so it's a little bit spicy. So all I've done here is just really create a map. Like, these are some things I can talk about. This is why I really like chips and guacamole. Once you do that, once you fill them in, and if you don't fill all of them in, that's okay. You can always come back later. Once you fill that in, you're going to take the next sheet, and using this sheet we just created, I'm gonna just start. And all we're doing today is kind of doing a basic draft. So this says, persuasive writing worksheet. Begin with the topic sentence. And we've talked about topic sentences before and kind of the main idea of the paragraph. What is it all about? And then I'll read this sentence. This sentence is very important. It grabs your reader. It should be a sentence that's sure to knock your socks off. You want to get the attention of your classmates. So they're like, ooh, right at the beginning, they're interested. You make them laugh. You might do something that rhymes. I like how Cass started hers yesterday. It said, popcorn by Cass. Want something corny, salty, buttery, and soft? I like that Cass started with a question. So I think I'm going to use that strategy. I also liked how this one by Hot Rod, fuzzy, juicy, tart, and sweet. That's what peaches are. I like how he did that. He got me interested in that. But you can pick a strategy, look back at your reader and see how your super kid friends started theirs. So I'm going to start with a question. Do you want something that's crunchy? Oh, that's that word over here on my paper. I'm going to talk about crunchy and salty. Crunchy, comma, salty. Ooh, I like the word savory. I'll talk about savory later. Savory and delicious. Now, again, that's a question, so I need a question mark. Let me think. Do you want something that's crunchy, salty, savory, and delicious? Does that get you interested? That gets me interested because I think, ooh, I love crunchy. I love salty. I love delicious things. I wonder what she's writing about. That makes me wonder what somebody's writing about. So I'm going to close it with one more sentence. Then you will want. See, I'm trying to convince you. I'm telling you, you're going to want something. I want to convince you that this is the best one and vote for my snack. Then you will want to try chips and guacamole. Again, don't worry about spelling in your rough draft. We'll take care of that in our editing and revising stage. Okay, so that's all. Come up with your main idea. What's Mrs. Ledford's main idea? That I have this great snack I'm going to tell you about. It's crunchy and delicious. And if you like crunchy and delicious, then you want to try my snack. You'll want to vote for my snack. So you want that kind of a sentence that's going to grab our attention and that's going to help us be wanting more information. The second part, now write phrases that will convince your reader. What are you trying to persuade someone to believe? I'm trying to, and here we're not doing sentences yet. When we do our second draft, we will write sentences on Wednesday. Today we're just writing words or important things we want to talk about. I want to write that, and this is not a complete sentence, it's a phrase. Chips are delicious because this is my opinion, right? Even if you don't have guacamole, I think chips are a delicious snack. I love that they're salty. I love salty and I love crunchy. Those were two of my adjectives that really describe chips for me and part of why I like them. I don't like soggy chips or wet chips. It's yummy that they're crunchy. I like that they're kind of like a scooper. They're a scoop. I can use them like a spoon to scoop up the guacamole, the delicious avocado. So see how I'm not writing sentences, just phrases. Scoop, use them to pick up guacamole. Okay, then I'll go to my second sheet, and I still want to talk about what are the reasons that you would want to vote for my snack. I'm going to talk about the avocados now. Avocados, I love the taste of avocados. I love that they're healthy. They're super healthy food source. They're nutritious. That's another word for healthy. I like how they're creamy. They're like creamy, and I like them to mix with salsa. I don't like my salsa too spicy, kind of a medium salsa, but when you mix those two together, oh, it's so delicious. I like a little bit of lime, and I like cilantro. Do you know what cilantro is? I like cilantro in my guacamole. And then I'll maybe talk about like mixing it all up. And when you mix it all up, it creates this great flavor. What else? And then I'll just talk about maybe when I'm talking about mixing, remember how I said it's like the perfect combination, perfect combination of flavors, the salty, the savory, the creamy. And then I'll say something about like scooping it up, scoop and taste the best flavor ever. Scoop and taste the deliciousness. Okay, I'll say something about that it's so yummy and delicious. And so just, you don't have to again fill in all the lines, but as many as you can. And then at the bottom, the last one is going to be for your conclusion, your ending sentence. And you want something, you want to restate your topic sentence. You want to restate what we wrote at the top of this. So this was, you know, do you want something that's delicious and crunchy and salty? Then you'll want to try my chips and guacamole. So now I want to restate that and tell them to please vote for my snack. It's really delicious. So I'm going to say, and again, this is a sentence. So the middle part was just phrases, but here in the beginning, this is a sentence, your topic sentence, and this can be one or two sentences here. Now, I'm going to say, let me think. I'll bet you'll, contraction, right? You will. I will bet you will. You'll agree. See, I'm saying you're going to agree with me. I'm trying to convince you. Agree with me that chips and guacamole are, I'm going to say number one. The number one snack. And then I want to tell you, vote for chips and guacamole. Ugh. When I was thinking about writing this, got super motivated. And I actually had to make some myself. I have my avocado, I mashed it up. I have my little scoopy chips here, and it's deliciousness. And so as you are writing your paragraph, maybe you'll be inspired for a little delicious treat too. Aren't you guys hungry? Don't you want to vote for my snack? All right, get to work. See you later.